What up, YouTube? It's the Boomer Gamer Kid here. And if you clicked on this video right now, then you have probably woke up one morning or was checking your phone one day just to check your YouTube and realized that you have lost a nice chunk of subscribers. Now, I don't know how many subscribers. It could be 20, maybe 40, maybe 100. I mean, if you're a huge channel, maybe it could even be in the thousands. Now, you could probably tell yourself, maybe everybody just hates me. Maybe, like, I don't know what I did, like maybe everybody just unsubscribed me at the same time. Maybe you believe in divine intervention. Maybe you believe in pure coincidence that, 100 people from all walks of life, from all different time zones have legit clicked off of you all in probably like the same 10 to 15 minutes, depending. But if you're scientific like I am, then you know that something is definitely up. And YouTube is most likely the culprit behind why you are losing so many subscribers at a high rate like that, and all at once. Now, before I get into this subject though, if you like this kind of content, if you definitely down with this kind of stuff, hit a like on the video. Tell me in the comments, and if you want to, subscribe. Now let's get into the issue though. Now, if you look at any kind of videos on this subject or read any kind of information, the most popular reason that people are losing subscribers at high rates comes down to YouTube changing its policies about maybe 2 years back. Now, this all comes down to YouTube purging the system of like nefarious accounts, like maybe just dummy accounts or accounts that are not really used no more. So they do a purge every couple of months, but most of the time these purges are attacking really huge channels. Now, if you look at like vidIQ, for example, who has a brilliant video on this same subject, vidIQ literally lost 300,000 subscribers all in one day because of this purge. That's a ton of subscribers. That's crazy. So that's literally one reason. There is a purge going on, but now that's like, that video is about 2 years old, 1 year old now. This is 2021, and there's something more going on in YouTube nowadays. Now the other most popular reason for this is nefarious reasons. Now, there's a lot of people out there that are buying subs, or they're doing sub for subs, that is making small accounts grow really fast. And YouTube catches a lot of these things, and they will purge your account and probably ban it if they know exactly what you are doing. So if you're doing stuff like that, don't, because you don't want to get banned, and you just don't want that, especially if you're serious about YouTube. Okay, now let's say you're not doing no nefarious things. You're not out there sub for sub, and you're not out there, buying subs, because that's just a terrible thing to do anyways. Why would you want to grow your channel by buying subs? That's terrible. You want people to watch you. Now, let's say you're not doing any of this stuff. Say you're just a small YouTuber like myself, who's sitting with maybe 50 to 60 subscribers, and let's say that you have sworn off TV and all you have been doing for the last couple months is YouTubing. So you're finding content creators like yourself within the community. Now, that's great. That's exactly what you should be doing as a small content creator. You should be interacting with other small content creators, not even small content creators, just interacting with content creators in general. This is exactly how you can grow. This is exactly how you can get support. This is exactly what you should be doing. Now, let's say you've been taking it a bit further, and let's say you've been, going on other people's channels, looking at their content, and maybe dropping them some love, dropping them a like, dropping them a comment, maybe even dropping them a sub. Or these people see that you are liking their content, you have gave a really meaningful comment, and they sub you back. So let's say a small content creator like yourself, maybe you in a day's time, you can watch a good, 30 to 40 videos, give them full watches, and, give them your undivided attention. I mean, and, let's say out of these 40 videos that you watched, 20 of them sub you back. Now, that's great. You just literally upped your growth by like 200%. Let's say if you only have like 20 subs, and you just went up 20 subs in one day, that's a 200% growth. You just literally just went up a lot. Problem is though, is that YouTube is an algorithm. YouTube is a system. YouTube is not a bunch of people working in some NASA kind of room where there's a bunch of computers and there's a bunch of human people, you know, checking channels and, you know, checking what's going on. YouTube is a system. And it's constantly analyzing and digitalizing data, you know, of your channels, and it does it in milliseconds. So the YouTube algorithm is going to look at your channel and it's going to do an evaluation of it. So let's say that you went up 20 subscribers that day. You got 20 subs and now you've gone up to 40 subs in one day, but your videos are not seeing the same growth. Now, let's say that your videos usually get from anywhere from 5 to 20 views on the average. Maybe you get a couple videos that, you know, reach up to 30, 40, 50, depending on, you know, how popular your channel is starting out or whatever. Now, YouTube is going to calculate that. So if it sees that you're getting a 200% growth in your subscriber rate, but your videos are not really getting interacted with and it's still sitting at the same views, the system is going to automatically see that as sus. It's going to see that as suspect, that something else must be going on. So what's going to happen to you is that it's going to evaluate those subs that you just have gotten. And depending if these new subs have actually interacted with your channel, most likely YouTube is going to take them from you. Because see, the problem is interaction. Now, again, you're a small YouTuber who's showing love to other people's content. Now, let's say you show love to somebody's content. They're so thrilled that, you know, somebody maybe, you know, commented on their stuff, or, you know, maybe dropped them a sub, or, you know, they're just so thrilled about it that their automatic reaction is that they're going to sub you back. Now, let's say that same person who subbed you back, you know, didn't have the time at that particular point to check out your channel. They just subbed you back. So in YouTube's eyes, like in the YouTube and the system's eyes, that subscriber is immediately suspect to them because they didn't interact with your channel like you did. So they might be thinking that you're doing it for, you know, you're getting subs from nefarious means, or they just thinking it's a dummy sub. It's not a real sub because that sub didn't interact with your video. So the solution to this problem is, you know, before I sit here and start rambling on forever, the solution to this problem is that if you are doing these things, if you're going around, you know, commenting, showing love, supporting, which you should absolutely be doing if you're a small YouTuber, show that love, man. Show that support to all your fellow content creators because they absolutely deserve it. Everybody puts their hearts and souls into these videos that they make. I say that all the time. I'm an avid believer of that. People putting their heart and souls into their content. But if you're going around and you see that somebody maybe subbed you, go back on the comments and maybe try to, like, if you see that they haven't interacted or you don't know if they interacted. I mean, sometimes it's impossible to tell because interaction can mean a lot of things. Like, they could be opening your videos, maybe just giving it a like. Not everybody wants to comment. Not everybody is commenting on videos. But, you know, if you're unsure if they actually interacted with your channel or not, you know, maybe just go into the comments and maybe try to sway them into, you know, don't spam them, you know, don't sit there and be like, hey man, yo, check out my channel, yo, blah, blah. You know, don't do all that. But maybe, you know, just politely try to sway them to your channel so they can become a permanent sub and you won't run into problems like that. Because if they're interacting with your channel, and they will stay sub to you, but if they don't interact with their channel, they will disappear. That is just the bottom line. They will disappear off your sub list. So that's the answer, and that's the solution. Again, I didn't want to make this video too long. This is stuff that has been happening to me since I've started YouTube. I've lost huge chunks of subscribers all at once because I was in the same predicament. You know, I love to show support to other content creators, and sometimes, I don't be having nothing to do all day. So I just sit there and just YouTube all day and just checking out, new people, trying to gain inspiration from my own channel, just to try to see what other people are doing on their channel, seeing what's working for them and what's not working for them. And, just checking them out and just seeing what kind of games they're playing, seeing how their personalities are, seeing what kind of energy they have. I love this kind of stuff. This is stuff that I truly do on the daily anymore. I love to check out new people. But, this is also it also hurts me in the long run because, I do comment on most videos that if I interacted with a video, I'm going to always comment on it. I always do. And that usually lands me a subscriber or two. But, just like I said, in the, throughout the whole video, sometimes these people may not have time. And the thing is that the time is key, because like YouTube will purge you usually, during certain times of the day. I've noticed, for me, I'm on UK time, usually around 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock is usually when I see purges. So like every time I gain any kind of subscribers, man, I'm literally freaking crossing my fingers when these times come, because I'm just seeing if YouTube is gonna like maybe, take a big chunk of my subscribers. But again, that's the answer. That's the solution. If you don't want this to happen to you, then just like I said, like if you're going around showing that love, try to persuade people to, maybe show love back so they can be a permanent subscriber. So again, that's all I have to say on the subject. If I got a couple things wrong, I mean, if there's like some experts that, find this video and they're just like, yo, you're wrong, dude, tell me in the comments. But that's just the bottom line. That's what it is. So again, this is the Boomer Gamer Kid. I'm going to sign off right here. God bless. Stay safe. And have a wonderful day. See ya.